So here we have the BMW 320d M Sport Sports Touring on an 18 plate. I'm going to start off by showing you around the outside of the car, and then we'll hop in and run through some controls on the inside. But from the outside you can see that it's a 5-door car with alloy wheels and tinted windows, and the estate version as I mentioned already. We're going to start off inside the boot and then work our way around the rest of the car from there. Okay, so the tailgate on this car will open electronically. You can either do that by pressing the button on the tailgate itself or the button on the bottom of this key just here. Give that a push and that will open up for you. You can see as we approach the back of the car that we've got reversing sensors. This car's also got a reversing camera, plenty of boot space as well, and as you can see, 3 individually folding rear seats. Okay, so we're just going to work our way back round to the front of the car now, and then we'll hop in and run through some controls on the inside. But now that we've done a full circle of it, you can see it's in fantastic condition the whole way round. Just briefly before we climb in, I think it's well worth seeing the interior from this exterior point of view. You get full leather seats. There's plenty to run through on the dashboard, so let's hop in and we'll do that right now. Okay, so now that we're inside the car, we're going to start with the dials. On the left-hand side, we have the fuel gauge, followed by the speedometer, then the rev counter, and then the coolant temperature gauge on the right-hand side. In the middle, you can see the total miles on this car are 10,726. You can change the information that's displayed above that by using a button on the end of the indicator stalk for various different pieces of fuel economy info. If we back out to the steering wheel, on the left-hand side we have cruise control and speed limiter, and on the right-hand side we have stereo controls and voice activation for the phone. So hit that button, ask it to dial anyone in your contacts list, and it can do that for you without you having to take your phone from your bag or pocket. That is of course once you've paired up the phone, and I'll show you where that's done in just a moment. Behind the steering wheel we have the plus and minus paddles. That is so that you can change gear manually with this automatic gearbox. So over to the central screen now. This is BMW's business nav that we're looking at. All these movements that I'm making across the various menus on the screen are all being done using this dial, which is BMW referred to as the iDrive. So twisting that will take us through the options. We can select things by pushing this down. This moves to the right, to the left, up and down as well. So you can see it doing that now. So kind of like a computer joystick to move you around various menus. You can access certain menus directly from here should you wish to. Otherwise, we're on the main menu at the moment. So if you wanted satellite navigation, for example, you push the dial down. You can go through all of these options, or you can just have a little look at the map. We can jog the dial to the left to access that menu to the left, and then we can rotate the dial, and we could select route guidance, for example. There's a full video showing this working on our website and on our Facebook page, which is well worth checking out. That's the satellite navigation. If you want to pair up your phone, you do that under the communication heading. Media and radio is where you'll find your radio, and of course any music you want to listen to of your own. So DAB, FM and AM are your choices when it comes to the radio frequencies. If you want to listen to your own music, you've got the CD player, Bluetooth audio and USB inputs as well. So plenty of ways to listen to your music on this car, and then you've got various setting and fuel economy menus at the end here. Working our way down, we've got the CD player and then dual zone climate control. So you can adjust the temperature on the driver's side and on the passenger side. Fan speed up or down from here. You can determine where within the car you'd like the air to be distributed. Then hit that button to turn the air conditioning on. Or you can hit auto, and the car will maintain those temperatures by taking control of the fan speed itself. Hit that button again, and you'll go back to the setting you had it on previously. This car's also got a heated driver's seat with 3 different heat settings, and the same over on the passenger side just there. We have 2 cup holders and a 12-volt charging socket, the fully automatic gearbox, and then these buttons here which will enable you to change the driving setup of the car. Firstly, this one turns off the traction control should you ever wish to turn that off. Otherwise, you've got 4 different setups on the car. We're in comfort mode at the moment, which isn't highlighted, it'd be in the middle here. We have Sport Mode, Eco Pro, and you have something called Sport Plus, which again isn't highlighted by this button. But if I press the Sport button, we're in comfort at the moment. Sport will take us to the Sport Mode. If I were to push it again, it would take us to Sport Plus. So Sport Mode will give you firmer power steering, a more sensitive accelerator pedal. The whole car will feel sportier. Sport Plus is exactly the same as Sport, but it also gives you the added difference of limited traction control, so the car will feel, you know, that's that bit looser, I suppose. Comfort is your everyday driving mode, and then Eco Pro would be almost the exact opposite of Sport mode. All that leaves me to say is thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you'd like to come and see the car in person and have a test drive, please feel free to call any of our MJA sites. We'd love to hear from you soon.